Let's look at this questions. This could be a bit more complicated because if you look at your fx, your dividend, right, you have powers of 3, powers of 2, and then you have so many, all right, or not really too many, you just have two unknowns, a and k, non-zero. Okay, what does non-zero means? Non-zero just basically means they are not zero. Non-zero means they are not zero, just like that. Okay, right. So what happened is that your f of x leaves a remainder of negative 32a cubed when divided by x plus 2a. Right, so in this case here we can form your remainder theorem. Okay, because it leaves the remainder. So let's form your remainder theorem. So f of x is equals to 3x cubed minus 5ax squared plus ka squared x plus 4a cubed. And this is equals to your divisor, which is x plus 2a. You have to multiply it with the quotient, and your remainder is negative 32a cubed. Okay, right, so you just have to be very careful because you have square here, cube there, the kind of thing, and then you're dealing with variables, all right, not numbers. So usually when you deal with variables, algebra, you have to be a bit more careful. All right, so the same way, okay, let your divisor equals to 0. So we are substituting x to be negative 2a. All right, so we have f of negative 2a equals to 3 bracket negative 2a minus 5a bracket negative 2a close bracket squared plus ka squared bracket negative 2a plus 4a cubed, and this gives us your remainder, okay, which is negative 32a cubed. All right, so basically you just have to be very, very careful, okay, because you're dealing with a lot of algebra. Okay, so this one here, all right, the one that I've just underlined, if you can actually you can actually do it, work it out. Okay, please don't try to do mental. It's best to write it out. That's to avoid making mistake. So negative times negative times negative gives you negative. 2 times 2 times 2 gives you 8. A times A times A gives you A cubed. And then so that will gives you 3 bracket negative 8A cubed. All right. So this one here that I underline in red, negative 2A times negative 2A, that will gives you positive 4a squared. Okay, and then this one here, all right, do it slowly. Do not be in a hurry to get it done. Just do it slowly. So plus times a negative will be minus, and then a squared times a will gives you a cubed. So that will be 2k a cubed plus 4a cubed equals to negative 32a cubed. All right, so we're going to group all your like terms, okay, all the a cubed together. All right. Oh, but before that, let's simplify this. This will give us negative 24a cubed minus, that will give us 20a cubed. Let's put all your a cubed together. And then put this guy to the right hand side. Okay, so this one you can just easily use a calculator. All right, the common factor is a cubed, so you can just factorize a cubed. Then you will have negative 24 minus 20 plus 4 plus 32. So that gives you negative 8a cubed equals to 2k a cubed. All right, you're finding the values of k. So I would advise you to just switch the position. Switch the position only, I'm not doing anything else. Divide by 2a cubed. So a cubed divided by a cubed gives you 1. Negative a divided by 2 will be negative 4. So that's how you find the value for a constant k. The second part of the questions, you are asked to determine if this is a factor of fx. Now, what is the concept involved here? Right, so if what you're given is a factor of fx, then the remainder would be equals to 0, right? Right, so basically what we need to do is to find the remainder, to show that the remainder is 0. So if the remainder is 0, then your x squared minus ax minus 2a squared would be a factor. So what do we do? So we're going to write f of x as x squared minus ax minus 2a squared multiplied with the quotient plus r. So we have to find r. Okay, so in this case here, I would suggest that you use okay, we can still use the first method. You can still use the first method that we have done just now, or you can use long division, whichever you find comfortable with, right? But here, wait. Here I cannot use compare coefficients of the similar terms, right? Because I can't factorize this one. I can't factorize this to be linear factors. If I cannot factorize this to be linear factors, right, I don't know what to substitute for x. And as a result, I cannot eliminate my qx. So that means I have two unknowns there. I have qx, I also have remainder, right? So in this case here, I have no choice. I just have to use long division. Okay, so using long division, and I believe by now, most of you would be quite proficient in doing long division. Take the first term of your dividend, divide by the first term of your divisor. All right, so you will have 3. So put 3 as part of the quotient. Then take 3 multiply with the divisor. Okay, the next step, put a bracket minus. All right, then you take the dividend minus away, whatever we've just found. And you will get negative 5ax squared. Oh, sorry, wait, I think I make a mistake here. This one should be 3x. 3x. Okay, wait. Okay, so that's the reason why I say that this one, it's you have to do it slower a bit. It's rather confusing, really rather confusing. So I would advise you to write it out. All right, I would really advise you to work it out. Otherwise, you will have a lot of frustration when you don't get the answer. So that will be 3x cubed minus 3ax squared minus 6a squared x. All right, and then you put your bracket there, and then your minus, and then the line. All right, so right, I would advise you again to write it out, but due to the not enough space around, I'm just going to do it inside my head mentally. So you would get negative 2ax squared positive 2a squared x plus 4a cubed. All right, so go back to this. This will be your first term again. That will be a new dividend. So negative 2ax squared, you're going to divide by x squared. And that gives you negative 2a. So your negative 2a comes here. Wrong, it's negative 2a. Okay, and then negative 2a multiplied with your dividend, with your divisor again. So that get negative 2ax squared plus 2a squared x plus 4a cubed. Okay, then the long line. Right. Okay. So if you will realize that the remainder is 0. Okay? You get remainder 0. So what is the conclusion? So the conclusion is you have to write the conclusion. You cannot just leave it as it is. You have to explain your answer. All right. So the explanation is here at the asterisk here. Since remainder equals to 0, using factor theorem, okay, you must say using factor theorem, okay, x squared minus ax minus 2x squared is a factor of fx.